Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome to the north side of Ankeny. This is a CISM broadcast for the Ankeny girls wrestling team up against the Southeast Polk Rams wrestling team. Tonight we should have some fireworks as the busy teams of both the Rams and the Ankeny girls wrestling team have been all over the state getting their matches in, both JV and varsity level. So we're looking at right now, we're going to be going right down to the PA announcer for the announcements for the matchups.
White Class 105, Southeast Polk is open, and for Ankeny, Presley Sullivan. At 110, for Southeast Polk, Jackie Rodriguez-Acosta. And for Ankeny, Ella Braun. At 115, for Southeast Polk, Alyssa Tucker. And for Ankeny, Nora Bacchus. At weight class 120, for Southeast Polk, Louise Haley Sherman. For Ankeny, we have two wrestlers, either Trudy Haig or Elise Ingridson. And at weight class 125, for Southeast Polk, Campbell Crabb. And for Ankeny, we have two wrestlers, Elise Ingridson or Trudy Haig. Weight class 130, for Southeast Polk, Peyton Sams. And for Ankeny, Emma Daggett. In weight class 135, for Southeast Polk, Cece Scarf. And for Ankeny, Maddie Postma. At weight class 140, for Southeast Polk, Maya Holloway. And for Ankeny, Hayden Bradman. Weight class 145, for Southeast Polk, Lexi Steele. And for Ankeny, Dana Cleveland. Weight class 155, for Southeast Polk, Skylar Slade. And for Ankeny, Haley McGrew. Weight class 170, for Southeast Polk, Sophie Reed. And for Ankeny, Josie Bishop. In weight class 190, for Southeast Polk, Bella Porcelli. And for Ankeny, Mallory McGuire. And in weight class 235, Southeast Polk is open, representing Ankeny, Rosa Irabona and Melanie Martinez. Managers for Ankeny are Hayden Lilly, Gracie McKenna, Haley Clark, Lily Larson.
Ankeny girls wrestling team up against the Southeast Polk Rams. We're ready to go. We're going to be starting out at 125. It looks like we're going to have Kaden Campbell Crabb up against Elise Ingebretson, but we'll see who actually gets out onto the mat here once we get the track updated here as well. The Ankeny girls wrestling team coached by Dustin Rowland, and the Southeast Polk Rams coming in with Dwayne Myers as the coach and captain, as both teams meet up in the center of the mat to exchange pleasantries and get this match started. This is one of the very few head-to-head matchups that these teams get. A lot of weekend tournaments and multi-team duels tend to happen a lot during the week, so this is one of the few times that Ankeny girls wrestling team will have a home match this season. We're glad to bring it to you here from CISN. And the referee's going up a couple of ground rules here as both the teams meeting in the middle and getting ready to go here. Once again, we're starting at 125. He's going to be flipping to see who's going to have decision first. And it looks like, not sure who's going to have decision. You kind of looked at both teams there, or who's going to have decision first. But we'll figure it out here in the first match on who's going to have the decision in the first of the second period as we move forward here. One of the key matches we're probably looking at is at 155 with Skylar Slade from Southeast Polk up against Haley McGrew from Ankeny. One of the key matches here. I think we have both ranked wrestlers in that situation.
Class 125. Wrestling for Southeast Polk is Campbell Crabb.
And at 125, we'll have Campbell Crabb up against. We'll see who Ankeny's going to throw out here.
And wrestling for Ankeny, Elise Ingebrigtsen.
Elise Ingebrigtsen. Both wrestlers meet up at the head table. Get their ankle bands for the match. Campbell Crab, Southeast Polk. Elise Ingebrigtsen for the Ankeny girls wrestling team. Referee looking at the clock, making sure we got clock ready to go. Looks like they're having some trouble maybe with the track wrestling system as the secondary referee steps over to the individual running the track wrestling, if you're following that at home.
Experiencing a technical difficulty with track wrestling. We'll be up and going here in a second. Thank you for your patience. One more time reminder that the concession stand is open. Any purchases made at the concession stand go to support our student athletes here in the Ankeny School.
So they're just trying to get some programming issues for the track wrestling so the people at home that are following that can make sure they got the accurate information as we move forward. Once again, it's Campbell Crab up against Elise Ingebrigtsen, both juniors. Ingebrigtsen coming in sporting a 13-4 record. Looks like we got it fixed in the track wrestling officials giving a thumbs up. We're ready for wrestling. 2-minute starts for the first period. 0-0 team score here between the Rams and Ankeny girls wrestling team. Nice drop down to a double. Gets a nice little takedown, goes right to the back, is gonna get a 2-point takedown. Almost had some back points, but we got an escape right away as the Ankeny wrestler lets her right back up, is gonna go right back on the offense for a takedown. Ingebrigtsen on a double again, picks it up, takes her right down to the mat. It's another 2 points for her, 4-1 so far, as she decides to keep her down on the mat with 1:15 left to go here in the first period. She's gonna work the arm bar across the back, captures that far wrist, and is gonna roll that over, gonna get some back points out of this, and Campbell's in big trouble here as she's getting turned over here with a nice little move from Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen settles back in. Gonna be a pin. Just 1 minute into the first period for Ingebrigtsen. 6-0 lead for Ankeny girls wrestling team. 1 minute pin for Ingebrigtsen.
Next up, weight class 130, wrestling for Southeast Polk, Peyton Sams, and for Ankeny, Emma Daggett.
At 130, we have Peyton Sams for Southeast Polk up against Emma Daggett from Ankeny girls wrestling. They both take their spots up here at the starter table to get their leg bands for the match. Ingebrigtsen with some quick work with the first match of the night. Gives the Ankeny girls wrestling team a 6-0 lead so far in the team score. We have Emma Daggett and Peyton Sams on the match right now. Both wrestlers feeling each other's out here in the middle of the mat. Strong head grab there by Daggett, trying to get Sams out of position. And fighting here, trying to get the wrestler into these spots that they like to feel most comfortable in, while the other wrestlers trying to do the same at the same time. 1:15 left to go here in the first period. 0-0 score between Sams and Daggett. Nobody's taken a shot yet. Nobody's lowered levels at all or anything. Just a bunch of hand fighting here and trying to gain the positioning that they want. Referee's probably going to be asking for some action here shortly, as both wrestlers are not really doing anything offensive between either of the two of them. Small little shot. Sams goes in for a single, but is thwarted by Daggett. Nice sweep single from Sams. Just nice positioning, but nice whizzer from Daggett. Gets herself back up to her feet and gets out of trouble. But a nice little sweep single from Sams. We'll probably see that again here shortly. Just about 10 seconds left to go here in the first period. And on a double leg, Sams does a nice job, but Daggett does a nice job reaching back, and I think we're probably not going to get 2 points here unless they get back down the match as the end of the first period happens. 0-0. Nice shot. 2 nice shots from Sams. Had a sweep single, then went on a nice double. Just wasn't able to finish. It'll be a choice to the Rams, and she will take it down. Sams will be in the down position with Daggett on the cover. 2 minutes on the scoreboard for the second period. 0-0 tie between these two. Sams does a nice job of tripoding up. Needs to get that hand control, but Daggett takes her back down to the mat. Sams right back up to the tripod, gets right back up to her feet, gets good hand control this time, gets the escape. It's 1-0 to Sams.
1 point escape.
See Sam start to work those 2 nice takedown that she started in the first period with that sweep single and that double leg. But Daggett's going to do her best to neutralize both of those. Minute 15 left to go here in the second period. A 1-0 lead for Sams from Southeast Polk. So the fireman's carry for Sams gets 2 points. Tripod right up for Daggett, tries to get her escape here as well. So 2 points for Sams. It'll be a 3-0 lead for her as Daggett does get up to the feet, does have good hand control and gets out. It'll be 1 point for her. 3-1 for Sams. Daggett's going to have to get offensive if she wants to stay in this match right now. It's been all Sams on all the attempts and the takedowns. Daggett staying up a little bit too tall here. Little drop single leg, but Daggett's doing a good job of getting her hips back. Nice whizzer to get out of that. Little slack little single she just dropped off, kind of lazy single. It actually dropped down and actually almost worked there for Sams. That'll be bringing us to the end of the second period with a 3-1 lead for Sams as Ankeny will get the choice in the third period. I assume she's going to take down and get that escape and get back up and get the score to 2-3. And then it's going to be all about the takedowns for the rest of the third period. Sams does a nice shot to break her down, but Daggett right up to a tripod and is getting hand control. She tries to pop those hips and get out the side, and she's going to do so. Going to get 2 points.
1 point escape,
Daggett down still 3-2, which is 30 seconds into the third period for both of these wrestlers. Daggett coming into the match with a 10-7 record. She's a junior with Sams being a senior. Sams has really dictated the match on her feet so far with a couple nice takedown attempts. Daggett's done a nice job defending the takedowns, but the fireman's carry that Sams hit early in the second period was kind of the difference in the score right now. 50 seconds left to go here in the third period. Still a 3-2 lead for Sams from Southeast Polk as Daggett tries to drop in a double leg, but Sams is able to spin around and get 2 points for the takedown. Daggett already up. Control of one of the hands, reaches back, try with the other, and she's going to get an escape. It's going to be 5-3. Takedown's going to be needed for Daggett. with 30 seconds left to go here in the match. Coach imploring her to get a shot in to try to get this match tied up here with just 15 seconds left to go. She goes in on a single, but Sams is there to take those shoulders away and not let her even get inside. Another shot from Daggett. Sams does a nice job of just keeping hand control and controlling the match here. She's going to win with a 5-3 lead in the third period. And for the match, it's a win for Peyton Sams of Southeast Polk. That'll bring our team score up to 6-3, still in favor of the Ankeny girls wrestling team as we move on to 135.
135, wrestling for Southeast Polk, CC Scarf. And for Ankeny, Manny Postma.
We'll have CC Scarf from Southeast Polk up against Maddie Postma. So a decision gives Southeast Polk the first 3 points of the match so far. 6-3 lead still for Ankeny's girls wrestling. We have Scarf and Postma here on the match. Postma as a freshman coming in with a 6-4 record. Scarf with a nice little drag down. Is going to be able to take that takedown. Almost takes it right back to back points, but she's going to let her up and they're going to take her down again. 2-0 lead for her, but the escape brings it back to 2-1. Scarf brings it back into the middle of the mat. On a nice little dump single there. She gets that leg, covers for another 2 points. 4-1 lead for Scarf. She's going to work the top position a little bit here. With a minute left to go here in the first period. She's got a deep half in, is trying to run that, trying to get that base out, but Postman does a nice job of getting back up to her feet, and she's going to get one maybe. Nope, does not give a one. Still be down wrestler for Postma. 4-1 lead for Scarf. Postma does a nice job of getting up. It scores her another point for the escape. It's 4-2 lead here still for Scarf. Scarf's done a nice job so far on her feet here as she's registered 2 takedowns. Looks like she's going to be going for her third here as they tie up on the edge of the circle, inner circle. A little drag by there, doesn't finish that, but could be setting something up here further as she takes control of the middle of the mat. They push out of bounds. Back to the middle of the mat for both wrestlers. Ten seconds left to go here in the first period. 4-2 lead for Scarf. A lot of hand fighting going on here, especially at the top of the head there. It'll be the end of the first period. It'll be choice to Ankeny. Ankeny will choose to defer to the third period. Southeast Polk will pick neutral. And we'll be right back up on our feet for both wrestlers. 4-2 lead for Scarf. Scarf in on a double leg, does a nice job of muscling that up, but Postman does a nice job at the edge of the mat of getting hips down, but Scarf does a nice job of pulling it back up, switches over to a single leg. Looks like she's going to get 2 on the edge of the mat to lengthen her lead to 6-2 as they move back into the middle of the mat. Nice job by Postman to get up to her feet there. She's going to clear those arms if she's not able to. And Scarf does a nice job of almost taking her right down to the mat, right to her back. But Postman is able to roll through on the takedown attempt and get off of her back. Scarf right now is trying to run the half from the down position here, trying to get the hips of Postman off her base there. And the referee's going to be, the Ankeny coach is going to ask to talk to the referee real quick. I think he's probably inquiring about getting to the feet, not getting granted an escape on a couple different situations. There was one situation at the beginning in the first period, and then another situation right there where both wrestlers were on their feet and the ability to control was given away as they went off the edge of the mats as they pushed off. So I'm sure that's what the coach from the Ankeny girls wrestling is trying to impart, as Postma once again gets up to her feet but it's broken down. Scarf does a nice job of getting right up to get control of the arms. He's going to get some back points here with just under a minute left to go here in the second period. Postma's in some trouble here as Scarf gets a little bit high but still gets her 3 back points. Her lead lengthens to 9-2, but gives up on an escape, 9-3, with just over 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. Got a senior up against a freshman in this matchup. Scarf pushes her off the edge of the mat, and they'll come back to the middle. Postal's going to have to get the offense going here if she wants to get back into this match. 9-3 with just 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Pushes off again. Referee calls stalling on the green wrestler, so I believe that's called stalling on Postma. That's the end of the second period. It'll be over to choice for Ankeny. She'll choose down. 1 2-minute period left to go here for Scarf versus Postma, as Scarf comes right up, gets her point, 4-9. Just about 3 seconds into the third period, she got the escape. She's going to need to get the offense running here if she wants to get back in this match with a 5-point lead for Scarf as she drops down for a single leg, but Scarf just hips out and gets control and almost gets another 2 on the edge of the mat, but they'll be bringing back into the middle. Minute 20 left to go here in the third period. 9-4 lead for CC Scarf. Shot in for Postma, but it goes off the edge of the mat, and they'll go right back up to neutral position. But a nice little turn of events for Postma. She tries to do something about this 5-point lead that Scarf has from Southeast Polk. Just under a minute left to go here in the third period. Scarf just trying to stay out of trouble here. She's circling to the middle of the mat, which was what she's supposed to do, but not really interested in getting into too much of a tussle here, as she's got a healthy lead, 5 points here, as we near 30 seconds left to go here in this third period. She drops down to a double right on the edge of the mat. 22 seconds left to go. Still a 9-4 lead for Scarf. Scarf in on a double leg. 15 seconds left to go. Postal looking to get around and get her 2 points here at the end of the mat. And she does so. No, not going to give any points yet. 5 seconds left to go. She's to cover that last leg there, but is not going to be able to do so as they, he does give her 2 right at the end of the mat there. I don't really know what changed there at the end of the match, but she did go ahead and give her 2, so that shortened the score up from a 9-6 win for Scarf from Southeast Polk. That'll give another 3 points to the Rams, and that'll tie us up in the dual meet at 6-6. Up at 140 next, we've got Maya Holdaway for Southeast Polk up against Hayden Brantlin. Ankeny coach still looking for some explanation from that last match. Very aggressive wrestling here so far from Bratland. Bratland coming into the match with a 14-3 record as a freshman. She almost hits a nice little headlock there, but switches over to a two-point takedown, switches over to the takedown rather than the pinning combination, and pushes Holdaway off the edge of the mat.
1 point escape for Holdaway.
Be an escape for for Holdaway. 2-1 lead for Brantland. Brantland go for another throw. She gets this one this time. Takes her right to her back. Brantland in a great position. 2 points and 2 near fall. That lengthens her lead up to 6-1. Nice aggressive throw by Bratland. Very, very confident as she went for that throw. Gonna work an arm bar to the back. She's got a nice arm bar. She's gonna run that. Got the far wrist trapped as well. Holdaway's in a lot of trouble here with 45 seconds left to go here in the first period. It's a pin for Bratland. Minute 15 into the first period. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on the CISN Network. We'll be right back with more wrestling.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola. Now through the end of the year, every new and used vehicle is tagged with one low price. 2.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. New Bronco Sports and Escapes, both with $1,500 rebate, plus 2.9% APR for 66 months. And save big on the new Mustang Mach-E and 2024 Edge. No payments for 90 days. Incredible year-end savings at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
And we're joining right in on action. Already just started the 145-pound match. It's Lexi Slade up against Dana Cleveland, a 15-1 senior from the Ankeny Girls Wrestling. (12-6) lead in the team score for Ankeny right now, as they just got a pin as the tie was scored after that last match. So a 6-point turn of events there with the pin from Bratland at 140. Nice single leg for Cleveland as she gets the takedown. Gonna go right into a half Nelson at the edge of the match. She's gonna get some back points and gets a pin right at the 1 minute mark for Cleveland. Another 6 points for the Ankeny Girls Wrestling.
Up next, weight class 155, wrestling for Southeast Polk, Skylar Slade. And for Ankeny, Haley.
We'll be jumping up to 155 with Skylar Slade from Southeast Polk up against Haley McGrew. Ankeny lengthens their lead in the team score 18-6 as we go into the 155 match. Might be a change here in the lineup here as we take a look at who's going to be wrestling here. We definitely have Skylar Steele out there right now, or Skylar Slade out there for the Rams.
Wrestling for Ankeny, Aaliyah Shade.
Aaliyah Shade will be coming in, a 12-3 freshman up against Skylar Slade. Nice double leg from Shade. Does a nice job of finishing that up. Hips out on Shade. Almost got herself out of trouble, but Slade's able to complete the takedown. Shade up for an escape, so it's 2-1. Both wrestlers fighting for position here as Slade gets a takedown, gets a couple back points. It'll be 2 back points. It'll be a 6-1 lead for Slade as she tries to work a little tilt from the near side. She works that 2-on-1. Shade trying to get some hand control, almost gives up some back points again as Slade does a nice job of keeping those hips down. Slade trying to get some hand control here. Has got Shade's doing a nice job of keeping hand control and not letting Slade dictate what combination she's going to be working. As Slade switches over to a cradle here, but I don't know if she's going to be in the right position to get it. In fact, Shade's going to be in a great position to be able to get out of that to get a 1-point escape. So it's a 6-2 lead for Slade as we wind down in the end of the first period. Another 2 points for Slade at the edge of the mat, and they'll go off the edge of the mat. It'll be an 8-2 lead for Slade. Slade's got a chicken wing here, which is a little bit of time left here on the clock. She's not going to have enough time to be able to get that into a scoring position. But I'm sure she's going to be putting that into her memory banks for the start of the second period as that chicken wing, she got it fairly easily and fairly deep and was able to roll Shade over to try to get some points. This option goes to Southeast Polk, and Slade chooses down. Shade right up, gets trying to work that hand control to get her escape. She does get the escape right away. And a takedown right back down to the match for Slade as she gets another 2 points. It's 11-2 lead for Slade as she's going to try to work for the pin here right at the edge of the mat. And she's got a great position here as she's settling in, trying to get both of those shoulders down at the edge of the mat. And it's going to be a pin for Slade. At the 32nd mark of the second period, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the match, Slade with the pin.
Up next, weight class 170, wrestling for Southeast Polk, Sophie Reed.
That'll bring the team score, bring it a little bit closer, up to 12-18 in favor of the Ankeny girls wrestling team. We're going to be jumping up to 170. So we have Sophie Reed from Southeast Polk up against Josie Bishop from Ankeny Girls Wrestling.
The change to the lineup now wrestling for Ankeny, Haley McGrew.
Haley McGrew is actually going to be jumping up from her weight at 155, a typical weight at 155 up to 170. She'll be up against Sophie Reed. Looking forward to that match between Slade and McGrew, but Ankeny coach had some other ideas on how he wanted these matchups to work. McGrew's coming in with a 15-1 record as a junior, up against a sophomore, Sophie Reed from the Rams. McGrew in on a nice little single leg, but we have a potentially dangerous as that knee flexed a little bit to the side rather than straight on. Referee calls a stop to the match to protect that knee. McGrew will look to hit that single again. This time goes for a double, gets that double right on the edge of the mat for 2 points. Minute 14 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for McGrew. McGrew looks to work top position here. Trying to work for that chicken wing on the back, armbar series. She's got that armbar across the back, near wrist or far wrist is trapped. She's going to be rolling that back and settling down with 50 seconds left to go. She's in a great position to get a pin here. McGrew gets the pin. A minute 15 into the first period.
And with the win in weight class 170 by pin.
That's at 170, a pin, 115 for Haley McGrew. That lengthens the team score up to 24-18, or 24-12 in favor of Ankeny Girls Wrestling. We're going to be jumping up to 190 next. Got Bella Porcelli up against Mallory McGuire from Ankeny Girls Wrestling. Porcelli up against McGuire. McGuire coming in the match has an 8-4 record on the season as a senior. He wrestles against Porcelli with a takedown. She's a senior as well. She takes that takedown and takes her right to her back. Minute 35 left to go. He gets 2 back points. It's a 4-0 lead for Porcelli. Porcelli. Working a crossface. Porcelli does a nice job of rolling that crossface under. She's going to try to get both arms on that and run that around, but gives up on it. Going to move on to a different, maybe going to use that crossface still. Looked like she was going to try to work for a cradle there, but moves around on that as well. Works a half Nelson from the base. But McGuire's able to reach up and pull that down. Go injury time here. Looks like we got a little bit of blood. So McGuire will head to the corner and see if she can get cleaned up a little bit as both wrestlers get a chance to talk to their respective coaches. A 4-0 lead for Porcelli so far with a takedown right to the back and a couple back points. We'll take a quick break while we get things cleaned up. This is CISN, Austin Oliver. We'll be back with more wrestling.
Ask Joe, why do you often say Westside Auto instead of Westside Auto Pros? Because I think I shouldn't have to tell you we're the pros. That's what you expect. Many places will tell you that they're honest and will fix your car right the first time and that they're friendly. Well, duh, isn't that what you expect? How about this? I'll put my claims in writing. The Westside Auto lifetime warranty on any repairs we do. That's an offer no other auto repair shop in this area is doing. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we got everything cleaned up. Got a little bandage around McGuire there, and she, Porcelli let her up and went neutral, so gave up the 1 point, but has another takedown with another couple back points. He's going to let McGuire back up again. Porcelli just taking a strong control of this match. Gets a cradle from the feet. She's going to be working that, trying to work that as her pinning combination. Gets 2 points for a takedown, and going to have some incoming back points as well. Doing a nice job of getting her hips back up on top there to try to get that pin. Got a couple extra back points here. She needs to let that go, and she's going to try to scoop that leg up. She's going to try to, oh boy, that's potentially dangerous right there. Pretty close to potentially dangerous. Just a couple seconds left to go here in the first period. 2 incoming back points. It'll be a 10-2 lead for Porcelli going into the second period. A dominant first period by Porcelli. She's going to choose to go neutral. She'll just go back up on her feet. Both wrestlers hand fighting, get into a lock there. A little snap down from Porcelli. Works to her advantage. She's able to spin around and get the 2 points.
2-point takedown, Porcelli.
12-2 lead for Porcelli. Got the major decision in her pocket so far here, so at least a 4-point win for her. She puts that arm in her head into the arm and gets it up over her head and is able to try to run this half Nelson with that arm stuck on the other side here. But McGuire's doing a nice job of posting up and not letting her shoulders get exposed here. But there's a lot of pressure being put on by Porcelli. She goes ahead and gives up that move. McGuire gets out of trouble in that situation. A minute left to go here in the second period. Good arm control for Porcelli as she gets out to the side, trying to flex that arm back up onto the back. She's going to want to try to spin around to the front and get that arm on the other side. Oh, she's going to go ahead and go for the half here. Going to get some back points here with 35 seconds left to go. It's a pin for Porcelli from the Southeast Polk Rams. 16 points for her. That'll take their point total up to 18. Up against the 24 for the Ankeny Girls Wrestling. Just 6 points separates the two clubs right now as we go into weight 235.
Wrestling next, weight class 235.
And I think we're going to have a forfeit here at 235.
And for Ankeny, Melanie Martinez.
That'll be a win for Melanie Martinez at 235. That'll take us to two open weights at the lower weights for Southeast Polk at 100 and a 105 are both going to be open for Lauren Watson of Ankeny and Presley Sullivan.
Lauren Watson.
We'll have a forfeit at 100 pounds and at 105. Our next matchup is going to be at 110. And at 110, we should have Jackie Rodriguez Acosta from Southeast Polk up against Ella Hran from Ankeny. As referees talking to the Southeast Polk coach, Dwayne Myers, and we have Dustin Rowland over here talking to the track wrestling official as well. They look to make sure they get these matchups in here correctly, as we have 3 forfeits in a row that'll lengthen the team score. That'll lengthen it up. It'll be 30-18, 36-18. It'll be 42-18 after we get through with the 3 forfeits at 235, 100, and 105. Next match should be at 110 with Jackie Rodriguez Acosta up against Ella Hran. I think they're just working away here at the track wrestling station here to make sure that they've got the updates as set up here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here in a few seconds. This is Austin Oliver with CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got
And at weight class 105, the Southeast Polk is open. Representing Ankeny, Presley Sullivan. And moving on, weight class 110, wrestling for Southeast Polk, Jackie Rodriguez Acosta.
And that brings us up, we just missed the forfeits at 100 and 105. Watson and Sullivan picking up forfeits at 100 and 105 respectively. That puts us at 42-18 in the team score. We're at 110 right now with Jackie Rodriguez Acosta up against Ella Hran. We're going to make sure that the matchup that we got here is they're up at the track wrestling station here to make sure we got the right gals out there. Yep, that's Ron versus Rodriguez Acosta. Ron, a senior, matching up against Rodriguez Acosta, a sophomore. Got 2 matches left after this one at 115 and 120 to complete the meet. Both girls hand fighting in the first minute of the match so far with a nice takedown from Rodriguez Acosta. Just uses a little bull rush there to knock her off of her feet and gets the takedown. She works the half Nelson at the edge of the mat, but she's probably going to want to get that whistle to blow to get back into the middle of the mat to run her pinning combination from there, as they do blow the whistle with a minute left to go here in the first period. Rodriguez Acosta with the takedown. Ron with a nice little stand-up, but Rodriguez Acosta applies some pressure, gets her back down in the match. Nice half Nelson on the far side here. Has got Acosta Rodriguez with some back points here. She's going to be settling in, wants to get that chest to chest to get that pressure onto the wrestler from the Ankeny Girls Wrestling. Ron's doing a nice job of fighting off the back, bridging out, but Rodriguez Acosta's got her in a bad position here. She does get out off of her back, and that'll give 3 back points to Rodriguez Acosta. A 5-0 lead for her with 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. Another half Nelson. Southeast Polk Rams got Ron in some trouble here. 5 seconds left to go in the match. She's going to try to survive that first period with 3 back points incoming. It'll be a 8-0 lead for Rodriguez Acosta going into the second period. Ron doing a nice job of fighting off of her back. Be a choice to the Southeast Polk Ram. She'll defer to the third period. And Ron chooses neutral. Two minutes on the clock for the second period. 8-0 lead already for Rodriguez Acosta. Try for a single leg. It's Ron's able to get her hips away and is able to get out of it. Nice double leg duck under here for Rodriguez Acosta, gets the 2 points. 10-0 lead for her. Minute 15 left to go here in the second period. Ron's trying to keep control of those arms as Rodriguez Acosta has done a nice job of working pinning combinations right here. I think Ron's in a lot of trouble as there's a minute left to go here in the second period. Rodriguez Acosta in a nice spot here to try to get the pin. Just needs to settle that weight down onto the chest. Pin for Rodriguez Acosta. Minute 15 into the second period, 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the match. That'll bring the team score from 42 to 18 to 42 to 24. We're going to be at 115 next, and that'll be Alyssa Tucker for Southeast Polk up against Nora Bacchus of Ankeny. Make sure that that's the wrestlers what we got on the score sheet or on our program, but we'll make sure that both of those wrestlers out there, Nora Bacchus and Alyssa Tucker. wrestlers engaged in a hand fighting here, and single leg stuck in by Bacchus, switches over to double, takes her all the way up, takes her right down. 2 points for Bacchus. Bacchus is a sophomore coming in with a 14-4 record up against Tucker, who's a junior for the Southeast Polk Rams. Nice little single change over to a double for Bacchus. Minute 10 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Bacchus from Ankeny. Got a great crowd here tonight. A bunch of wrestlers on both teams here, as both of these teams are storied boys programs, are leading into storied girls programs as we enter the second year of girls wrestling here in the state of Iowa. 40 seconds left to go here in the first period. Still a 2-0 lead for Bacchus from Ankeny. He's got good arm control here. He's going to sneak in that half Nelson on the far side and try to run that here, but Tucker does a nice job of getting that head up and not able to put that half Nelson in. She tries to get back up to base and work her way up to her feet. That half Nelson's in right now, and Bacchus is going to try to get out to the side and run it with 15 seconds left to go. Tucker's doing a nice job of posting out with the leg. I don't know if she's going to have enough time to be able to get that to turn over to some back points or not. 8 seconds left to go. Tucker's going to be able to survive that pinning combination, but she's going to have a sore neck. And here in the first period, that's a tiring move to try to fight as that head is pushed down and a lot of pressure is put on that neck. Ankeny has the choice, and Bacchus is chosen down here in the second period. 2 minutes on the clock. This is the second to last match. We'll have one more match at 1:20 here to wrap up the meet here between the Rams and the Ankeny girls wrestling team. Bacchus gets up to her feet, trying to work hand control. She gets her hips away and does get her 1 point. Looks like both wrestlers are very comfortable with the tie-up, and Bacchus just a little snap down, and both wrestlers kind of put in there. Goes right down to a pinning combination, getting some back points as well. Minute 25 left to go here in the second period. Tucker's able to sneak her way out of that one. 3 back points given to Bacchus as she runs right over to a half Nelson, and she's going to get some more back points, and she's got really tight this time. Tucker's in a lot of trouble as she gives up the pin at 1 minute into the second period. The pin at 3 minutes and 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Pin for Bacchus. Another 6 points for the Ankeny girls wrestling. Puts their point total up to 48, up against the 24 for the Southeast Polk Rams. That'll take us into 120. It'll be Haley Sherman for the Southeast Polk Rams. Up against Trudy Haig. Haig up against Sherman here for the final match of the night at 120. Haig comes into the match as a sophomore, 14-3 record. Sherman, a freshman for the Rams. Good atmosphere tonight at the Centennial Ankeny High School, one of the home sites for the Ankeny girls wrestling team club. Good atmosphere here with the lights all turned down on the sides and a single set of lights on the mat. Both wrestlers doing a nice job of hand fighting, and a couple moves in there, a couple tries on takedowns there in the midst of that. Nice single in for Sherman as she tries to cover that up. Haig's doing a nice job of doing a little bit of scrambling here. She gets into the better position, and the dominant position needs to get that leg out to try to get some points. But Sherman's getting back up into a base to try to fight up and get a little bit more control of that single, as Haig still pushing that head down, trying to break the grip of Sherman. As she does so, she'll be able to get around, and they're going to stay back up on their feet with 25 seconds left going here in the first period. Both wrestlers fighting, a nice little scramble. Haig switches over to a single and flattens out Sherman. Now both wrestlers kind of in the same position, but Haig is able to spin around and get control of the legs for 2 points. 10 seconds left to go here in the first period for the 125 weight class. 120 weight class, rather. 48-24 team lead for the Ankeny girls wrestling team. As we move to the second period, it'll be the Rams' choice. Gonna defer to the third period. Haig chooses down in the second period. It's a 2-0 lead for Haig. Haig tripods up. Gonna need to get hand control to get out to get her 1 point. Sherman trying her hardest to take her back down to the mat. Haig does get hand control and pops those hips out for the one point. She takes a 3-0 lead here in the second period. Just 20 seconds elapsed in the second period. Headlock try for Haig, and she gets it. Drops right into that headlock. She's going to get some back points here. Minute left to go here in the second period. She is stretching out Sherman here. Sherman's in a lot of trouble here. That's a tight headlock from Haig. She just really rolled right into that. Sherman trying her hardest to bridge out on both sides here. She may get out of this as Haig settles it back down. Trying to get that inside, switches over a little bit to, and then back to the headlock. That's a pin for Haig. 1 minute and 12 seconds into the second period. Another pin for the Hawks. Ankeny girls wrestling team, Hawks and Jags. We'll be right back here with a word from our sponsors or with a little recap. This is Austin Oliver for CISM. We'll be back with some recap.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And we're back here at the north side of Ankeny with a 54-24 win by the Ankeny girls wrestling team over the Southeast Polk Rams. I just wanted to highlight some of the matches that I thought went really well. Skylar Slade at 155 with a pin tonight for the Rams, and several pins on the Ankeny side for Bacchus. Looked really good tonight. Dana Cleveland, Bratland all had pins to start the night off for the Hawks, or for the Ankeny girls wrestling. Both teams will be in action this weekend in Waterloo. Had a real good night of wrestling here. This is Austin Oliver for CISN. We'll be signing off for next time.